Mercury is the planet that turns retrograde more often than any other planet. This is why Mercury retrograde is so obvious, because the change of speed from forward to backward happens very quickly. This particular Mercury retrograde is pretty intense for a few reasons. It stays retrograde until January 25th. So virtually all of January is under the sponsorship, if you will, of Mercury retrograde. What this means is that Mercury and all that it represents is amped up in our life when Mercury is retrograde. Well, what's Mercury? Mercury is the communicator planet. Mercury is the fleet-footed heavenly messenger. So what happens is that when Mercury goes retrograde, sometimes the feeling is that there's too much going on, and it's almost like we have to shut down or we have to pull back, and we can get frustrated and want to go harder forward and kind of bust through the frustrations. That's when we make the stupid decisions, when we speak wrong, when we hear something and we misinterpret it, when we go following directions and it says right and we make a left without it. It's because we're in a hurry. It's because the energy is speeded up. By January 1st, there's Mercury into Aquarius. The sun is now getting closer to Pluto. Remember, Pluto hardly moves at all, so the sun catches up with Pluto. And so here's the thing. Mercury only spends 1 week in Aquarius, almost stationary, barely moving at all. And as we progress this along, we can see that on the 8th, Mercury moves back into Capricorn. So Mercury is only in Aquarius for a few days. Aquarius is futuristic, it's intellectual. Capricorn's more serious, it's more ambitious, it's more goal-oriented. So we have this glimpse in the first few days of the month of what's ahead. But meanwhile, Mercury is slowing down to retrograde, and then it retrogrades back into Capricorn, and as it continues retrograding, it by January 14th, it actually lines up with the sun. It lines up with the sun, but this time, instead of being on the far side of the sun, it's between the Earth and the sun. And so it's a very intense communication time that may in fact go back to this opening phase back when it lined up with the sun in November. However, Mercury continues to retrograde, remember, until January 25th. And on January 22nd, Mercury again lines up with Pluto, this time going backwards. And so from December 17th all the way through January 22nd, as Mercury has retrograded back from the 5th of January to the all the way back to the 25th, Mercury's covering territory it's already seen. And then it lines up with Pluto again, so we're not done with these intense, powerful issues, these issues of bringing stuff up, these issues of intense feelings that are coming to the surface.